All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we have breaking news from reliable inside sources that say that the Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford fight has been agreed to, and the date has been given. Let's talk about that in this video. And before I go any further, this is from Lefty, from Still Loyal to the Soil Twitter page and the website breakingnews.com. Do not want to act like it's me or I got it from anywhere else. So make sure you guys go check that out. But let's talk about it in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, I think this is good news. And the reason why I think this is good news is because where the information is coming from. Word is that a source close to the situation has said that Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford have agreed to terms for a fight or agreed to a fight on June 17th of this year. Excellent, excellent news. Before I get into that though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. Also to everybody that hit me with the birthday wishes today. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Thank you to everybody's support on my birthday and the super thanks of the video, super chat in the videos and the cash apps of the live streams and in videos like this. You guys really was a big outpouring of love, man. Appreciate you. But let's get into this. So Lefty, who you can go see, and I suggest that you subscribe to him or follow him on Twitter at Still Loyal to the Soil, has a YouTube page called Chicken Talk, and he also has a website that he just put up or is just new, so definitely follow that at breakingnews.com. Is reporting that a reliable source is saying that the Errol Spence Terence Crawford fight has been agreed to for June 17th of this year. Now, why do I think that that's a very, very solid sign? One is because of who is saying the source is close to them. And I know for certain that Lefty is someone that has a lot of sources in the boxing world, because they're oftentimes on Chicken Talk, the show Chicken Talk. Do not know who it is. He didn't say who it was. However, of all the people that I know that he has relationships with that have come on his show, dude, it's better than Mike Coppinger, in my opinion, or as good as Mike Coppinger, because you had guys like Luda Bella who come by his show. You have guys like Derek, I do believe Derek James, Gervonta Davis, Terence, who else has been on there? Steven Espinoza of Showtime Sports is a regular contributor to Chicken Talk, right? So a bunch of people that are in the know are there. Broadway Joe, if you're not familiar with him on Twitter and YouTube, the Dominican voice of boxing, is a regular contributor to that space on Twitter. So it really is a central place where you can go and you find out a lot of very, very good information. Not saying that every time that it comes out of there that it is that it winds up, coming to fruition, because sometimes people are wrong. I mean, until you actually know that it's going to take place for sure, you don't know. Right. However, on the heels of Errol Spence Jr., what Errol Spence Jr. said, which was in a tweet that maybe it was 2 days old now, where he said, look, I don't apologize for my inactivity. But hopefully it will make sense in a few weeks that, it looked like out of that we all know that he's looking for the Terence Crawford fight. Terence Crawford then did this, oh God, man, what has Terence Crawford done? Because I did a video about both of them. The first one was where Terence Crawford says, we're almost at the end, which is, I mean, come on, man. Nobody in their right mind would infer anything different than he's talking about the Errol Spence Jr. fight. But then he comes back and says, isn't it funny how people assume and then they're just wrong? Okay, does that mean that you're going back? So you got to kind of take Terence Crawford and what he's saying is, you guys got to kind of take it with a grain of salt. When his camp before it said, oh, the fight, we've agreed to all the terms. The fight, it's in there, it's in there. The fight is in their hands now, or the ball is in their court. We're just waiting on them to sign. And then it turns out the fight doesn't happen. However, it's very obvious since, Steven Espinoza said that the conversations between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford have never ceased. And also, that people have always said, and I believe that this is true, that when you see negotiations take place in public, a lot of times those fights don't take place because there's a bunch of show in it, right? So take, for example, the last negotiation where the fight seems like they've agreed, they don't agree, they agree, they don't agree, which is Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk, right? All of that stuff is going on in public about the purse split and where the fight's going to be and the potential sites and all of the dates, the date of the fight and all of that. We're going around, but what happens? At the end of it, the fight doesn't happen. Tyson Fury's team still acting like it could happen. Alexander Usyk's team is like, look, nah, we're about to move on and negotiate with Daniel Dubois. And if Daniel Dubois is not healthy, then we'll move on and we'll see maybe if Herkovic wants to fight. Note they didn't say Deontay Wilder, which is who the person I think they should just go on ahead and get it done with. I think that would be a great fight. But, so all of this negotiation out in the public really doesn't often pan out. So the fact that all of these things are kind of bubbling up from below the surface, it's encouraging. And like I had said in the video, the first video that I did yesterday, if you've not seen it, most definitely go check it out, where I talked about Terence Crawford's tweet. Look, it just doesn't make sense that this fight wouldn't take place, because this fight is the biggest fight in boxing. And I disagree, I disagree from the standpoint of somebody that admits that I would not know better than him, right? Let me say this again. I disagree with Leonard Ellerbe when Leonard Ellerbe says that the Gervonta Davis-Ryan Garcia fight is the biggest fight in boxing, bar none. I disagree with him. However, when I disagree with him, I have to acknowledge that he is somebody that would know better than I would know. You know what I mean? Similar, you could have two people that are doctors that disagree, right? One is a specialist, one is a generalist, and one has more experience in that specific area, but still other doctors can disagree with them, right? And so that, not comparing myself to be equals with Leonard Ellerbe, because I don't believe that I am. Even in that, I don't even believe it is as close as that particular analogy, right? However, from what I can see, the interest from what I feel off my channel, and me as a boxing fan and having watched fights, I think that's the bigger fight. The Errol Spence Terence Crawford is a bigger fight, but so it just, or even if it's close, even if it's the same, close, slightly less, it still doesn't make any sense that fight would not get made, because there's nothing better out there for Terence Crawford. There's no bigger fight for him unless he's just going to string along with 3 or 4 different fights. But it is what it is, man. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm sure a lot of people are. I'm not telling you that it's done for sure. I'm just keeping you updated on what's going on, so that when you come to me and leave comments in my comment section, or you come to the live streams that we do, you have at least heard my take on it. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for your support on my birthday. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.